Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hasan Khurram, and in this channel Hasan Insights, I help small business owners and real estate agents to help them promote their brand, business or services through the effective use of digital marketing tools like social media marketing, social media advertising, search engine optimization, and ultimately running Google ads. And I will also briefly touch about like hosting your personal website on platforms like Hostinger. For those of you guys who actually don't know me, I have been like into digital marketing over the past 4 years. Like I have earned certification from the famous universities around the world, like University of Illinois, where I have been recognized by their program, which is a part of their IMBA program. So about digital marketing. Now coming to the topic of the video, in this video I'm going to show you how you can actually run a YouTube ad, okay, for your specific video that you want to run on YouTube. Basically this video that I have for my customer is like bottom of the funnel video. Like it's a content that at the top, transactional content, where they are actually promoting or selling their services to the audience. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can actually run those ads in YouTube. For in order to run that ad, you first of all you need a Google's ads account that must be verified, that must also be linked to your credit card. Okay, so this is something I will definitely show you and teach you in a separate video, but let's assume that you have already done all the prerequisites for running an ads. So this is a kind of an overview you will have in your Google AdWords account. Okay, so this is like an overview I'm actually having from the past videos I actually run for this specific brand, and I'm going to run another ad for those brand as well. Okay, so you have kind of sort of overview like what were the impressions, views and CSC, but right now we are more interested to actually run a campaign from scratch. Okay, so for in order to create a campaign, what we have to do here, we actually have to go towards the campaign here, and yeah, and we get rid of those all filters as well. Okay, so this is like if you look at the menu on the left hand side, so you will see campaign, and when you uh, drop down the menu, you will have a bunch of options. So it kinds of show those options in sequence. Like the first thing you have to do is to set up a campaign, then you have to set up ads group, then you have to set up ads. Okay, so we are going to set up our ad for that specific YouTube in the same manner. We first of all define the campaign, then we will define the ads group, and finally we will define the ad, which is like the bottom of the bottom step, where we actually define what kind of video we actually want to run ads on. Okay, now that being said, the first thing we do is to come here and look at this ads cursor where it shows create campaign. So this is specifically what we are going to do. We will click on that button here, an ad button. So I will give you a bunch of options, like whether you want to create a new campaign, whether you want to resume a campaign draft, or load campaign setting. So we are interested in creating a new campaign, so I will click on that. So here's a view. It will ask you what is the purpose of your running your ads campaign. Okay, whether you want to generate sales, whether you want to generate leads, whether you want to generate website traffic, or whether you want to generate physical store visits to your physical store. Okay, and whether you want to generate awareness and consideration for your brand. Now here's the key thing to actually look into is what is the actually of the objective of your campaign. In my case, the objective is actually to generate sales. Yeah, that could be the case, but the problem here is that in order to generate sales, the Google ads might be charging us a hell lot of money, which my client doesn't have that kind of budget. So we are kind of limited in our options to choose what kind of campaign we actually would run. If I had no budget constraint, I would just simply click on that sales. Okay, but what is the cheap alternative to sales? And that alternative is actually awareness and consideration. So by running awareness and consideration, you might be able to run ads cheaply, but they might not be able to generate as good results as you would have generated in the sales campaign. So you just have to keep that in mind. Okay, for right now I will select awareness and consideration. Okay, now here it will ask me like what kind of subcategory of that awareness and consideration, whether you want to run display ads. So what do we actually mean by display ads, you might ask me. So Google has a partnership with a bunch of website, a bunch of apps, where it runs its YouTube, its ads. So basically display is mean that whatever you want to run outside the platform of Google, like Google search and Google YouTube. And then we have videos which are of our interest, like we want to run videos on YouTube and environment. Okay, and then they have generated a new category which is called demand gen, give demand and conversation on YouTube, discover Gmail with image and video ads. So this is another form of ads. I haven't actually run it, so I might not be able to give you a more better context to that ad as well. But let's move on and actually choose our right category, which is to run video ads. So once I click the video ads, it will ask me to what is the campaign goal. It may ask you like, or what will be the campaign subtype here. Okay, whether you want to generate the video views, whether you want to generate video reach, whether you want to make sure that you are actually reaching to the higher audience, whether you want to have an ad sequence or audio, or whether you want to generate a YouTube subscription. For example, this brand has a YouTube channel, it wants to generate more subscribers. So if you that's the goal for you, then you're definitely going to select this one. Now here's the two things that we would like to further discuss. The first of all is called video views, and the other one is called video reaches. Okay, so the first one is actually your ad will be shown to people, and you will be charged only when your ad is being viewed. Okay, and contrary to video reach, which is such that your ads will be shown 1,000 times and you will have a specified amount to be allocated for showing that ad 1,000 times, irrespective that the other people choose to actually watch that ad or whether they don't choose it. Okay, but here I think video views would be more suitable. Like we are only getting paid, we are only getting charged when a viewer actually watched our ad. So that's a good thing. So we will click on continue. So just to recap, we will choose awareness and consideration. In that we will choose the video campaign time, and video campaign time we will choose video views. Hit continue. Here will ask me like whether you have already, if you have any draft campaigns that have already been stored in your Google Ads account. It might show up right now, but right now we are interested to create a new campaign from beginning. So we will click on start new. Okay, yeah, I mean the internet in my country is kind of bit shit, so I mean you have to bear with that, sorry for that. So okay, so we are here right now. So we have like campaign name. So this is the first thing, like what like whether you want to rename the campaign. Now here you want to make sure that you want to rename campaign with something that you can actually remember to, but also can refer to what kind of campaign or ads are currently running in that specific campaign. So in our case we will say that it's the bottom of the funnel, so we will like bottom funnel services video. I think that would do the job. Okay, and if you further want to add more details, you might as well want to add some details about like from which duration you are actually running the ad and to what duration. So I would might say like, for example, we have like let's say it's 3 March, so I will like 3/11 till 15/11. Now that being done, here it will ask you where you actually want to show the ads on. Okay, by default it suggests you that you should select all the ad categories, but in my context I know that people will be searching on YouTube search instead of actually looking in the shorts, because short is all for more of kind of entertainment purpose. Here they are actually service offering services, so short might not be the good place to run an ad. So I might as well skip that shorts ad. Okay. That being done, the next thing it will ask me to have cost per view, which is not selectable in the current campaign subtype category, so me I might as well get rid of that. Here is the area of interest. Like here will ask you like how much, what is the total budget of a campaign. For example, I am running ads from 3rd March to 15 March, so I have to define how much total amount I'm willing to spend on my ads. So it could be in dollars if you are like from USA, it could be in euros if you are from Europe. And currently I'm living in Pakistan, so I have in PKR. So I just set up some rough amount like let's say 800, I think. Okay, that would be great. So here it will ask you like what is will be the duration of your running ad. So here it will gives me two options, whether you want to choose by 2 weeks duration, or whether you are able to specify a specific date. For example, it starts with 11 March. Now here I will be able to select up to which date I might as well want to run this ads to. So I would like to run it from 11 to let's say 21, up to 10 days. Okay, that's a good thing. And it will kind of give you an estimate, like on average you would be spending this amount on daily basis. So that's kind of give you an idea. Okay, so here's another important features, like it gives you an option where you actually want to run the ads on. As we have previously selected that we are interested in running ads as a video format, so by default this option is fixed, that which is chosen for YouTube. So that's fixed and there is nothing we can actually do about it. Now here it says that video partners on Google Display Network. Remember I told you about Google Network where they have partnered with multiple websites and apps where Google is able to show or display ads to. So we might as well don't want to select it, because we are not interested in this category as well, because we only want to limit our ads to YouTube. Now here we have a bunch of location. Now this is where you actually want to define the demographics here, particularly like what would be the geographical location that you want to run ads on. You here you might be able to select countries, but what if you actually want to select a particular city? Let's say I have a city like Brooklyn. So we have New York states. So basically we are able to actually select the cities as well. Okay, so that's good. Like if you have a highly target audience that you are currently selling your product in a very specific location, here you can actually select that location as well. Okay, so it might be help you actually getting the right audience. Okay, so I would like to skip some countries out of this, because I really don't actually promote kind of well to my current objective, which to actually generate the sales. So mostly I would be willing to target the people of the country that are that have good currency and are able to actually pay the client more better as compared to the countries that are third world countries where the country is quite low. So might as well want to skip those countries. So I will skip Afghanistan, Bangladesh. I will let it be. I would like to cross Iraq and Philippines. Okay, that's as well. Okay, I think that these countries are good for our purpose. Now we have defined the location. The location can be defined in the form of country or city. Once you define that, here it will ask you what kind of languages that you are currently referring to. My advice would be to actually let it English be in the first place, because in English is well known and spoken and everywhere around the world. Apart from them, if you have like a specific language, like for example the people in Germany actually speak German, so you might as well just add Germany here. Okay, so it's up to you. So here it will ask you like whether you want to actually add related videos. So related video kind of actually increase the engagement of your ads, but right now I might not be interested in related video because that client doesn't have short videos at his end. So keep that in your mind, like if you are running video ads on YouTube, you might as well want to limit the ads or the video up to like 10 or 15 second, up to very least extent like 1 or 2 minutes. No more than that duration. Okay, so here we will ask you to rename the ad group. Okay, now here in the ad group you will define all the demographics, you will define all the search keywords that people would like, that we will like your video to be shown when a particular when your customer might search for a particular query. So I will just rename it as programming services offered, or something like which you can actually refer to. Okay, so do we have any predefined already saved audience? No, we don't. So we might as well have to create from the beginning. So guys, this is the audience section. This is like where you define all the demographics. So if you don't know about customer persona, or you might have a little bit knowledge about customer persona, demographic is like one of the key factor in defining a customer persona or your target audience. So this is where we are able to do that. So let's go towards demography. Okay, we say that we want to target male, female and unknown both as well. Okay, we want to decrease the age limit from, let's say let's say if we want from 25 to 44. Okay, let it be 18 as well. Okay, and there's some other thing that you can actually do, but I don't really actually play around with these options, because I think when you are actually setting an ad in Google environment or Google platform, they kind of actually help you choose the best option. So you might as well stick with the best option and just do the changing where that is required, where you actually want to be specific to the current audience. Okay, so we are done here. Like here, my client is actually offers tutoring services to students and engineering students. So here we might as well want to choose a specific kind of detailed demographic or audience. So we might want to choose audience that is interested in education. We might as well want to select audience that is interested in technology. Yeah, software might not be the case here, but if you click on that, we will further have more options like business technology, business education as well. We had the client actually gives the tutoring services and data science and machine learning, and IT technical would also be a good option. Okay, now we have done that. Now I think this is nothing that we can actually need to do here. First party data can help reach us going. Okay, so this is where you actually have some sort of data at your hand that you are able to provide to Google in the form of emails and so on. So this is an option where it says that audience expansion finds more users who look like your selected audience to increase your campaign potential reach and performance at the same bid and budget. So we might as well want to click that. Okay, what it actually does, it based on some machine learning algorithms that are running on the background, it might be able to target some more better audience based on whatever the selection criteria you have selected, like the demographics, the locations and so on. Now this thing is important. Okay, this is where you actually want to add the keywords, because since this is a bottom of the funnel approach, where the client is actually offering his services, so we might want to include those specific queries that ultimately resonate to the services that being offered by the client. Okay, so I have already a bunch of keywords that have already imported through Google Keyword Planner. So for those of you guys who actually don't know about how to actually import keywords from Google Keyword Planner, I have a highly dedicated video to that particular topic. So if you are into that thing, if you are into that need, I will request you to go and watch that video. So here's the keyword list that I have already selected from the Google Keyword Planner. I'm just simply going to copy it, and I will head back to my Google platform, and I'm going to paste it. Okay, here you have to make sure whatever the keyword you actually entering, that keyword has to be entered into the next line. For example, define one keyword, the next keyword would be defined in the next line. Okay, now we have defined a keywords as well. Here you actually want, if you want to actually add some topics to your specific, like for example, now Google platform actually knows like what kind of content your audience is searching for. So if you have some particular topic in your mind, you might as well want to enter here, like data science, machine learning, programming. So for example, if if I write data science, is there any option for data science? No. But it's kind of into IT and management. So but I think once you have that specific type of keywords, you don't actually need to write the topics as well. Okay, now let's move on and talk about placement. This is where I actually define where you actually want to show this video on. So that's kind of give you a very narrow down approach. Like for example, if you have your competitor videos, and you can actually run ads on their videos as well. Okay, and you can, or you might have like a specific channel that you actually want to run ads on, so you can actually do that here. Like for example, if I go to YouTube channel and then I search it by YouTube channel, so whatever the videos that are being run for that particular YouTube channel, I might be able to host or publish my ad on that particular channel videos. And that same goes for particular videos as well. Okay, so we might as well want to skip that, because I'm more interested to actually show the ad on feeds, and I'm more interested to show that ad based on the keyword that people are actually searching on the feed. Now let me just paste the URL of the video that I actually want to run the ads on. Okay, so this video will be shown as a part of ads that being hosted. So let me just paste the link here of that particular video. So this is the thing. Okay, now after you do that, there is a bunch of customization you are actually able to do with that specific ad format. Okay, here's the layout that will ultimately help you decide how the ad might be shown to your audience. Okay, so on the right hand side you have a example view of how the ad will be shown, and on the left hand side you have a bunch of options that you can actually put to actually customize your ads. Okay, so here they are asking like where you actually want to refer this particular ads to. In our case, we say, let's say we want to refer this ad to the domain of my client, which is algorithm minds, or we may also want to refer to contact page as well. Okay, so it could be the both thing. So let me just copy that and paste here. Okay, once we done that, now here it will ask you how you actually want to display the URL. So I will write something like programming help. Okay, now that's been done. Here it will ask you what would be the long headline of your particular ad, and then what would be the description of your ad. So let's here and take something out of that particular domain. So something like with expertise, I think they have something in the footer as well, like our proficiencies in MATLAB, Python, R, skill point, Tableau, data science, and empowers students to make informed decisions, or maybe empower business to make informed decisions. But I think that's not kind of more particularly related to students, because these are tutoring services. So I think that would be the key thing. We handle process to make informed decisions that devise remarkable success. So let's see how we have to make sure that we are not actually in Python our expertise lies in. So we should write something like our expertise lies in Python, MATLAB, R programming, Excel, or Tableau for data visualization. So if I just get rid of that, still okay, I think that's great. And here we will like something like online programming help. I think that would be great. I think that's enough, more than enough that we need. Okay, here's the last option that we are left with. Here it will ask you like what would be the average cost per value that you are willing to bid for a particular view. So here you have to be like, you have to actually take into consideration multiple things. The first thing you have to actually consider is you actually budget. Like you don't want to actually put amount here that you just shoot and that just consume your total budget in an instant. Okay, for example, you're setting like $2, $3, and at the same moment you have to actually look at the industry as well. Like for example, if you are running ads for automobile industry, so you may have to look into like what are the competitors are running the ads on, what would be the competitors are willing to pay or bid for that particular ad. So in our case, as in it's in PKR, I would just write something like 2 PKR. Okay, now that being done, let's just get our view of the explanation I have given you. So we rename the campaign, and then we selected how and where the ads will be shown. We told you, I discussed about I don't want the ads to be shown on short ads, so I just unclick it. Then we selected the total budget of the campaign. I might as well just want to change it to 100,000 rupees. Okay, and we are actually running that ad for 10 days. Okay, now once we do that, we might as well want to run it for like some additional like 13 or 14 days. I think that would be great. And here it shows you and gives you an option like on what network you actually want to run the ads on. Here we have particularly limited to YouTube. We might have the option to opt for Google Display Network, but not in this case, or that is not what would be beneficial to my client. Then we selected the demographics. Here you are able to select the countries as well as cities. The next thing we are here selecting the languages, and then we rename the ads group, and finally we define the demographics where we define the gender, age, and particular demographics. Then we define the interest of our demographics, like whether they have interest in education, technology, business, education, and so on and blah blah. And here we define the keywords the keyword that being used by our customers or the customers of the client to actually search for a particular video. And after that we will define if you want to actually host your ads to a particular channel, to a particular video, you might be able to do here as well. Then we will just put the URL of the video that we actually want to show in the ad. And after that we will did a bit of customization. We actually define what will be the rendering URL of that particular YouTube video. Then we define what could be the customized URL for that purpose. Then we define the long headline, then short description, and okay, the rest is taken care of by Google AdWords. Okay, and we finally, the most important thing, we are define the target cost per view. Okay, so here just keep that in mind. It must not drain your budget, and it must also be competitive enough so your ad might be shown. Okay, if you set it too low, your ad might not be shown and you won't be charged for anything, which which does actually subdue the main reason of running the ad. So after we have done all of these, what we are going to do, we are going to click on create campaign. Yeah, it will take some time because my internet is kind of shit right now. So it kind of give you an overview like, okay, congratulations, your campaign is ready, and voila, we are able to run ads on our channel. So when you actually run it, here it you says the under review. Okay, so when you are actually running the ads, it kind of do the review process where Google will try to understand what you are selling and what kind of ads you are running and where you are actually sending the traffic to. So just to give the pre-check here, and once it's done that, you are good to run your ads. So I hope this video have been helpful to you. If you have any question regarding today's video, or if you have a question regarding marketing strategy, digital marketing strategy, how you actually want to promote your luxury properties to the right audience, feel free to write down your comments or maybe just approach me through my email or my WhatsApp number. I will happy to help you out. Till then, peace out, have fun. We will catch you soon in the next video.